Welcome to Rockville.
Guys, you're looking at the last brand new Suzuki GS300L on planet Earth. Born in February of 1982, over 43 years ago, this one has been in a true time capsule. The original owner had 40 classic motorcycles, all brand new that he had purchased. We purchased, when he sold his collection due to health issues, we purchased 19 of them. This is one of them, the GS300L, showing 5 original miles. Look at the odometer. That's right, not 5,000, not 500, 5. It had 3 miles on it when we acquired it from the original owner, a lifelong collector who had 40 brand new motorcycles and preserved them indoors, untouched for decades. So due to his health, he forced to part with them, and now this museum quality Suzuki has surfaced for the world to see. It is absolutely pristine. Every part in the bike looks and feels factory fresh. The chrome, beautiful. The seat, perfect. Even the original tires are in mint showroom condition. The original fuel tank was unfortunately damaged in shipping, so we had a clean OEM tank and professionally repainted it in the candy Antares red, the original factory color. The side panels were also professionally repainted to match, making this bike not just new, but flawlessly new. I'm going to fire it up and run it for you in a second. But this bike is powered by a 298cc double overhead cam twin cylinder engine with CV carbs and a 6-speed transmission. The GS300L was Suzuki's answer to the lightweight cruiser market. Simple, reliable, and smooth as silk. Did we show them the other side yet? It was built for new riders, commuters, or collectors, and now, over 40 years later, it stands as living proof of Japanese engineering at its finest. This is not a restoration. This is not a replica. This is a true original survivor, factory original down to the nuts and bolts, with only the tank and side covers professionally repainted due to the shipping damage. Everything else exactly as it left the factory in 1982. And that paint job is absolutely freaking stunning. The candy Antares red is the most desirable color from that year, with the gold factory replica pinstripes. It looks like it just came out of the box. If you've been waiting for a once-in-a-lifetime collector's piece, here it is, the last brand new GS300L. You'll never find another one like this. It's available now through Kaplan Cycles. Give us a call if you want to make it yours. God bless Suzuki, God bless America, and God bless this beautiful machine.
Let's take it for a rip.
Guys, pardon the interruption, but August 29th, that's it, man. We're running out of time. It's right around the corner. We're going to be pulling the ticket to this 2025 Gas 450 Factory Edition that we loaned to Justin Barsha and rode it at Southwick. It's got 3 hours on the time meter from what he rode it and I rode it. It's signed by Justin Barsha. It includes a set of his riding gear, and there's $10 at kaplancycles.com. Go get your ticket. Someone's going to win. Might as well be you. Guys, electrically, mechanically, and cosmetically, this is as close to a 100-point bike as you'll ever find from this era. It literally is brand new. It just turned 5.9 miles after that ride. When we got the bike, it had been in museum private storage for decades, so we went right through it. In addition to repainting the tank and the side panels, the tank was also given the metal rescue treatment and cleaned out. The fuel petcock was gone through. New fuel lines were installed. As far as the parts list goes, it's got new NGK spark plugs, new 1040 spectral oil was changed, new oil filter, a new uni air filter, a new battery was installed, and a new Moose 520 O-ring chain. It didn't really need a chain, but the gold chain looks awfully nice, matching the gold pinstripe on the bike and the candy Antares red paint, which is dark, rich looking paint with the gold, just sets it off. We also installed a new fuel petcock and we're running VP 94 fuel in the bike. So the carburetors were removed, completely cleaned and tuned perfectly. The airbox was gone through, and a new air filter was installed because the original foam filter, they get kind of crumbly after 40 years, so a new air filter was installed. Everything was gone through on the bike. Mechanically and cosmetically, it was given a full, what we call a rotisserie detail. It was steam cleaned, hand washed. Every single nut and bolt on this bike was polished, including the frame paint. Every square inch of the bike was cleaned and polished. The total labor was 17.5 hours on the detailing and service labor, everything I just described. That's the good news. The bad news is that it was 38.5 hours to completely strip that original tank down to bare metal and do the primer in the 2 coats of the Candy Atari Red, apply the decals, and then clear coat it in wet sand and buff it, including the side panel. So 38.5 hours, almost a full week. So a lot of work to do it right. That's the bad news. The total was 56 hours of shop labor. We bill out at $150 an hour. So that's an $8,400 service ticket plus $600 in parts, including the fuel tank. So that's a $900 work order, or $9,000 work order for a bike that, it is what it is. Junior's like, Dad, why are we putting so much money into this Suzuki GS300? Well, son, it's the last brand new one on the planet, and that's what we do here. Sometimes things don't make sense to other people. It did to me. I'll never see another new one. In fact, I worked at the Suzuki dealership 1982, 83, and 84 at New England Cycle Sales. So some of it for me is a bit of nostalgia. I used to set these bikes up out of the crate 43 years ago when I was 17 years old. In fact, Bill Kelly, our service manager downstairs, he was the service writer, and I was one of the techs 43 years ago. I still work with him here. It's been a lot of bikes under the bridge since then, son, in the last 43 years. So like the Harley guys say, if I have to explain, you wouldn't understand. And if you got some shitty comments to say about them, keep them to yourself, because I don't really give a shit. I'm doing this the way I like to do it. I want to make stuff perfect, as close to perfect. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. We put 100 man years labor into that building over there. Me and 25 men worked on that building for 4 years. It's a football field long. It's 45,000 square feet. Might not have made sense to anybody else, but it made sense to me. And this made perfect sense to me. Perfect sense to me. Junior might beg to differ, but no, we probably won't get our money back out of it, because we also purchased this bike in Michigan and then shipped it back here, which was $600 for the shipping. I'm sure we got a discount because we shipped 20 bikes, but it was still, they don't ship them for free. And of course we had to pay up for them. It was an auction format, so we paid up for it, but it's doing my part to preserve motorcycle history, one GS300 at a time. And that's all I got to say about that. When you just look at it, and it'll make sense to you. If you're thinking about buying a classic to add to your collection, I can't think of anything better than a 43-year-old brand new motorcycle, because you're not going to have any problems with it. The bike's going to be bulletproof. These were notoriously extremely bulletproof motorcycles, designed for new owners that aren't really into maintenance and sometimes beat on them a bit. So these are absolutely indestructible. Ask me how I know. I was a test rider. I used to take them out of the box brand new and set them up when I was 17 years old. Trust me, we ran them through the paces, and we used to do the service, and they'd come in, and I never had one blow up. They were just, run for decades, and, tens of 20,000, 30,000 miles for basically free. These bikes get 60 miles to the gallon, and they're very low maintenance. So you could literally ride all day long for a couple dollars. What's it, $3 a gallon now? So it's fantastic, super fuel efficient, high performance, the revs to the moon, 6-speed transmission, super comfy, two up rider with the big cushy saddle. The L stood for luxury or limited, depending on who you ask, and it came with the nice chrome pipes and the chrome backrests and the chrome, a lot of chrome, killer paint jobs. It had the Candy Atari gorgeous paint job and gold pinstripe and the nice step saddle, which this was the top of the line entry level model, if that makes any sense. That might be an oxymoron, I don't know, but just a cool piece, real time capsule. Reminds me of ones I pulled right out of the crate back in the day. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about it, give us a call. The bike is 43 years old, so if you look really closely, even though it's brand new, there is a little bit of patina. I've pulled Harleys out of crates just from the 100th anniversary in 2003, 20-year-old bikes where the forks would have patina on them and pitting and flaking clear coat. The clear coat on these forks is perfect. There's a little bit of patina on the chrome, totally normal for a 43-year-old motorcycle. The chrome on the forks is perfect. The fit and finish of the paint on the frame is beautiful. The chrome on the engine is excellent. The clear coat on the engine cases is unheard of to find a 40-year-old Jap bike with chrome. Well, it's never been ridden. That's why. There's a little bit of patina on the pipe right here, a couple little spots on the pipe. Not uncommon. The chrome plating wasn't that thick back then. Maybe a little bit of patina on the rear fender, but I used to judge motorcycle shows, multiple motorcycle shows, and this, for originality, this bike's a 99-point bike. The only thing that's not original is the paint job on the tank and side panel. So maybe a 97-point bike, but it's original Bridgestone tires. Look at these things. These are look. They still have the hairy nubs on them. Of course they do. It's got 5 miles. It's still got the nubs on them. I'd probably take a point off for the gold chain too. That's not the original chain, but it sure does look nice. Oh, we did add a battery tender. I'm no dummy, and I know that if live here in New England and you park your bike in October and don't start it till March, if it's not plugged in, the battery's more than likely going to be dead. I have batteries in my Harleys that have lasted over 10 years. You just got to plug them in with the battery tender. This is all you do is pull this plug and plug it in. That's hooked right to your battery to keep a fresh charge on the battery. You just tuck it up there when you're not using it. But yeah, she's a beauty. If you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching. God bless Suzuki and God bless America.